But according to science, it is nothing more than a medieval fake.
My name is David Rolfe, and I'm the producer and director of Who Can He Be, as well as 3 other films on the Shroud made over the last half a century.
David Rolfe, a British filmmaker and former agnostic. He spent over 40 years studying the Shroud of Turin, a piece of cloth that many believe holds the image of Jesus Christ. He started out as an atheist, someone who didn't believe in God, and he wanted to show that a famous religious artifact, the Shroud of Turin, was fake. But guess what? Instead of proving it was fake, he found evidence that made him believe it could be real. This evidence changed his life and turned him into a believer in Christ. What is the Shroud of Turin? It's a long piece of cloth that has a faint image of a man on it, a man who seems to have been crucified. Many people believe that this cloth could be the actual burial cloth of Jesus Christ. But over the years, people have argued about whether it's real or just a clever trick. David Rolfe, a filmmaker and expert in photography, was one of those people. He wanted to find a simple scientific explanation to show it wasn't real. But when he started looking closely, things took a surprising turn. As David studied the Shroud of Turin, he found some amazing things. New tests using modern technology like X-rays showed that the cloth might actually date back to the time of Jesus. And here's the mind-blowing part. There were no traces of paint, ink, or dye on the cloth. It's like the image appeared by itself without anyone drawing it. David was shocked. He said, "I can't think of anything else that could have made this image." This was a big change for him. He went from not believing to thinking, maybe this is real. For David, the idea that such a detailed and accurate image could appear on the cloth without human intervention seemed nothing short of miraculous. He was particularly struck by the forensic evidence, details of the wounds on the image that matched the descriptions of Jesus' crucifixion. These findings, combined with his own personal reflections, led David to believe that the Shroud of Turin was not only genuine, but also a miraculous sign pointing to Jesus Christ. David became so convinced that he even offered a $1 million prize to anyone who could recreate the image on the shroud without using any paint or ink. So far, no one has claimed the prize. This just shows how unique and mysterious this shroud really is. Over the years, more than 170 scientific studies have been done, and many suggest the shroud could be genuine. Recent scientific studies have provided new insights into the Shroud of Turin. Researchers from Italy's Institute of Crystallography used advanced X-ray technology to analyze the cloth, suggesting it might actually date back to the 1st century, which could coincide with the time of Jesus. This challenges the previous carbon dating results from 1988, which had suggested the shroud was from the medieval period. These new findings have reignited the debate over the shroud's authenticity, offering fresh evidence that supports its possible connection to Jesus. David's journey is a powerful reminder that sometimes, even when we're looking to disprove something, the evidence can lead us to unexpected truths. Let me ask you this. Do you need the Shroud of Turin to believe in Christ? For David, the shroud was a path that led him to faith, transforming his life as he uncovered evidence that suggested the shroud could be real. It's understandable why someone might see the shroud as a tangible connection to Jesus, a piece of history that bridges the gap between doubt and belief. But what about you and me? For me, I know Jesus is the true, living God, even without physical proof. The shroud might be an incredible piece of archaeological evidence for those who are searching for something to believe in. But for us believers, our faith is rooted in something deeper. You see, faith is about trust and conviction in things unseen. As Jesus himself said, "Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed."